How much should I charge for this? Hi, I'm Yvan Lacroix, and this is the Detailer's Business Academy, where we strive to take you from detailer to entrepreneur. That's a question we see way too often on Facebook groups. How much should I charge for this? Well, it's a long, drawn-out answer, but here we go. First of all, you need to charge what you need to pay your bills. And I'll refer you to a video I did a long time ago called Calculating Your Hourly Cost. The link will be below. You need to figure out how much you need to make every hour in order to make your business successful. Under that, don't do the job. Now, a lot of people say, well, the other guy does it at this price, or the other guy does it at that price. Don't worry about the other guy. Worry about you. The other guy is his own business. He's doing his own thing. When Kia puts the Rio on sale, BMW doesn't go quaking in their corner going, oh, we're going to have to put the 5 Series on sale. No, they don't. They're not competing against each other. Yes, they're both selling cars, but they're not competing against each other. You, as a professional detailer, should not be competing against the car wash. Never. The car wash is its own entity. It's its own style of business. Ruth Chris does not compete against McDonald's. They never have. They never will. Think of yourself as a high-end luxury service. And if that's what you are, price yourself accordingly. Detailing is not something everyone needs. Detailing is not something everyone wants. And people are willing to pay for your services. Anybody can take out a bucket, a hose, and wash the car in the driveway. But why do they take it to a car wash? Because it's convenient. It's saving them time. And it's probably something they don't like to do. Polishing their car? Sure, anyone can go to the local hardware store, pick up a polisher, get some polish online, a few towels, and bingo, they're polishing cars. But they don't do it. Why? Same reason you hire a plumber. You could go to Home Depot and buy all the things you need to replumb your house, but you hired a plumber because it's not what you like to do. That is why people are paying you. They don't want to detail their cars. They want to detail the car, but they don't want to do it themselves. So price yourself accordingly. Now, in your area, I hear this a lot. Oh, in my area, people aren't willing to pay for this. Wrong. A car that is sold in your area at a new car dealership is sold for the same price anywhere in the country, actually anywhere in the world. So, yes, people are willing to pay. You need to figure out what you're worth. And a lot of times, detailers can't afford their own services. And the reason you can't afford your own services is you're not charging enough. So if you're charging $1,000 for ceramic coating and you think that's expensive, well, your customers are going to clue into that and try to negotiate you down. But if you think your $2,000 coating job is the best value for the money and you know it's the best value for the money, well, your customers are going to feel that, and they're going to go for that $2,000 coating job. Don't put your budget limitations on your customers. Raise your prices, and you'll see you'll get a different type of customer. The customer that hums and haws and, oh, I can't afford $50 for a detail. Can you do any better? They will disappear when you raise your prices. Instead, they'll be replaced by someone who actually appreciates what you're doing and appreciates the value that you're giving them. Remember, you're selling customer service and you're selling time. You're not selling products, you're not selling things, you're not selling anything but your time and your customer service. And what you value it at is what your customers will value it at. As a general rule, I like to say never work under $100 an hour. Now you're thinking, whoa, at a factory I'd only make 20. Yes, but at a factory, that's only part of the cost. When you're running your own business, you have a lot of costs that are hidden, that are in the background, that you don't necessarily think of every day, but they're there. You have your rent, and if you're mobile, you have your fuel costs, etc., etc. You have your communications, you have your advertising, you have electricity, you have your tools, you have your training, you have your affiliations, everything like that, that you need to pay every month. Well, if you're not paying those every month, you're not going to be in business anymore. One other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that profits are actually good, and they're the best thing for your customer. If you're not making a profit, you will not be there to serve your customer the next time they need you. But if you're profitable, then you'll be able to stick around and serve your customers. Too many detailers start up a business with a dream and disappear after a year or two. And why do they disappear? Because they weren't charging enough. They weren't making enough money. We're in a business. You need to make money to make your business survive. You need to be profitable. So unless you're profitable, unless you're making that money, don't do the job. And if you're desperate for work, go find work. When someone comes to you and says, well, you're charging $200 for that, but I can only give you $100, then tell that customer, which half of the car would you like me to do? Don't go down to their pricing. People will try to negotiate all the time. For me, my negotiation tactic was very simple. I'd give the customer, let's say, a price of $1,500. And they say, well, can you do any better? Definitely. I can go up to $2,300, but above that, I feel like I'd be taking advantage of you. That sets the customer back and also makes them realize that you value your service as well and that you can't go lower than that. You've already given them the best price you're willing to give them. Now, if they want to go higher, hey, we can negotiate all day long. But any lower, no, it's not worth it for me to do the job. A lot of detailers don't realize how much time they spend doing a job. And doing a job is not just doing the job itself. You have to think of how much time did I spend with a customer before? How much time am I going to spend with a customer delivering the vehicle? That all should be included in the amount of time you're spending on that vehicle. And if you're storing the vehicle for the customer, that's taking up space in your work area that you're not able to do another job. So that needs to be taken into consideration as well. Finally, your pricing should reflect your lifestyle. And by reflecting your lifestyle, what I mean is you shouldn't need to work more than 40 hours a week. If you need to work 60 hours a week to make ends meet, then raise your prices. Find better customers and stop working 60 hours a week because you're not going to be able to sustain that for the rest of your life. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, please leave them below. Always happy to answer.